Hyak? Gotta admit, we're going to have another pronunciation problem here, but JTG Daugherty Racing has officially rebranded. Now, we have heard the reports and rumors that Tad and Jody Geschechter were leaving the JTG part for, as I said, a while now. And we have also seen the rebrand outside of the shop for Hyak Motorsports. Well, now it's official. They have changed their profile picture. They have changed their social media to Hyak Motorsports. And it's officially changed in the ownership group. So there's this report from catchfence.com that this is going to take a while, guys. Hyak Motorsports retweeted. And let's get into it. JTG Daugherty Racing has officially rebranded less than 2 weeks into the 2024 NASCAR Cup Series offseason as Hyak Motorsports, with principal owner Gordon Smith signifying a rebrand with a new name and ownership. Hyak Motorsports will continue to implement Smith's plan to bring the team fresh, new energy, and demonstrate his commitment to advancing the team's legacy both on and off the racetrack. Hyak, which means fast in Chinook jargon, is a trade language of the Pacific Northwest that incorporates terms from Chinook, Chehalis. This is a rough one for me, guys. I'm sorry for these pronunciations. And many other local languages. The ownership transition promises to fuel Hyak Motorsports with a competitive edge by enhancing its approach to performance, innovation, and fan engagement. Smith will be one of 4 co-owners of the Harrisburg, North Carolina-based team, alongside Brad Daugherty, Mark Hughes, and Ernie Cope. All 4 remain dedicated to maintaining the team's high standards while introducing updated strategies and resources to help bring the team to a new level. Gordon Smith said becoming the owner of Hyak Motorsports brings an exciting opportunity. I look forward to building on the team's accomplishments, investing in its future, and driving towards new successes in partnership with our fans, sponsors, and team members. I'm really excited about 2025 as our company continues to evolve. This is from Brad Daugherty. Our goal is to compete and win races at the highest level of NASCAR. The name change signifies that commitment and desire to be our very best. And then Ernie Cope said 2025 will begin a new era for this company. We're still committed to being a winning team with Ricky and the entire number 47 crew. This is just the next step in elevating the team to another level. And then Ricky Stenhouse Jr. himself, the driver, said, "This rebrand is exciting for the team and myself. I'm excited for everyone to see the rebrand this offseason and in 2025. The team has won the most iconic of races with the Daytona 500, so this is just a continuation of building its legacy." And then an important note in here, it says that they have not named a primary partner for the team in 2025. There will be additional announcements in the future. So yes, this all started to kind of snowball in a sense when Tad and Jody Geschechter decided to leave the team. They decided to, or the reports started to come out that they were going to leave and that they were going to take Kroger with them, as they are very close to Kroger. And obviously Kroger sponsors maybe every single race that JTG Daugherty had. So that's a major part of the team that's leaving. When Kroger leaves, when the ownership is leaving, and they obviously had to make changes. Now, obviously, this has been set in motion for a while. In the process of all these reports coming out, in the process of it actually happening, of the part of the ownership leaving, of Kroger leaving, they re-signed Ricky Stenhouse Jr. And at the time, it was kind of like, wait a second, aren't you guys like shifting ownership? How is that going to work if, you get new owners completely? Well, I'm assuming they knew what they were doing, and, well, it turns out they did. Brad Daugherty is still a part of the team, the ex-NBA player. Of course, they have some new ownership in there. Gordon Smith, I think, is pretty familiar with the team. So it's yes, there's a lot of change. Obviously, the name is different. There's new ownership. There's probably going to be some shufflement. Shufflement? Is that a word? In terms of the front office, in terms of some of the big heads, but in terms of the driver himself, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is still going to be there. They signed him to that deal. I think if the new owners wanted a different driver, I think they would have went and got a different driver. But they liked what Stenhouse has been doing. Stenhouse has won twice with JTG Daugherty Racing, most recently in the fall at Talladega. He won the 2023 Daytona 500. And outside of that, he's won with Roush Fenway Racing back in 2017 at Talladega and Daytona. Great super speedway racer. And JTG Daugherty, realistically, that was the only place they could win. They were kind of a mid-pack to a little bit back further in the field, and really it's difficult for them to win at a track outside of a super speedway. I remember they got close at Bristol Dirt, I think in 2022, I want to say. Maybe it was the first one in 21. But Ricky Stenhouse Jr., he's a veteran at this point. He's had a lot of years under his belt. He's won races. He's won the Daytona 500. I mean, come on. So obviously they're going to have their driver. They have a guy who's been there a while, and despite all the changes, despite the new logo on the building, and it's going to be new logos on the car as well, they have some familiarity in there. And as for the sponsorship, obviously, as I said, this all kind of got started because Kroger was leaving with the J, the T, and the G. Well, now we know that Kroger has officially left. That was announced last week with them going over to RFK Racing. They're going to sponsor Ryan Preece in the third RFK car in the 60. And, well, they got to find a new sponsor. Who's it going to be? I don't know. But yeah, we knew that this was coming. We knew that a rebrand was coming. We knew, or maybe not necessarily a rebrand, but a reshuffling of ownership, which as a result would change the name of the team. Maybe the Daugherty would stay the same, and maybe it would be like, let's see, what was it? Cope, Smith, and Hughes. So CH and S. CHS Daugherty Racing. I don't know. But no, they have completely changed the name. They have a new meaning. They picked a word from Chinook jargon to kind of refurbish the team, I guess, to, bring new life to it, as they said. So we'll see what ends up happening. We'll see who ends up sponsoring them. We'll see what if this ownership group, what if there's some more money involved? What if the team is able to elevate their results? What if they're able to run better, run up in the front part of the mid-pack? What if they're able to compete for wins on non-super speedways every once in a while? A lot of questions here. There's always a lot of questions when things happen in the NASCAR world, but oh my goodness, we have had a news-filled week here in NASCAR. RFK expanding, 2311 expanding, COTA getting shortened. I still don't know why. RCR has done a bunch of reshuffling, speaking of, in their team management, not necessarily the ownership. And then JTG Daugherty, gone forever. They are now Hyak Motorsports, or Hyak. Someone's got to please tell me how to pronounce this. But thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. We got the Las Vegas Grand Prix this weekend. I did a poll in the community post. Just vote how much you want my sleep schedule to get messed up. I will have fun either way.